Right guys, welcome to another Cross Maths live lesson. Okay, we're going to be doing it a little bit differently today. So what I'd like you to do, we're doing metric conversions. Can you pause the video now and have a go at the grid, please? Okay, I'm assuming you're all done. So hopefully you'll have taken your time with that. The whole point is you take your own time. Okay, I'm going to be going through each of these. Okay, I got 3017 divided by 7. 7 doesn't go to 3, so 0 carry over the 3. 7 goes into 34 times, remainder 2. 7 goes into 21 3 times. 7 goes into 7 once. So my answer is 4,431. Next one. I got 433, add 2934. Always try and put the big number on top and make sure all of the numbers hug the right hand side. 4 plus 3 is 7. 3 plus 3 is 6, 9 plus 4 is 13, and 2 plus 1 is 3. (84 times 73). Okay, I'm going to try and do the grid over to the side a little bit just to make sure we fit everything in. So I've got 84 on the top and 73 on the bottom. 8 times 7 is 56. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 3 is 12. And 3 times 8 is 24. Now all you've got to do from here is add up your slides. So I got 2 in the first one. I got an 8, a 4, and a 1, which is 13. I got 1, a 2, a 6, and a 2, which is 11. And 5 plus 1, which is 6. So my answer is 6,132. Next one. So I've got solve 3x plus 3 equals 27. So I'm going to take away 3 from both sides as my first step. 3x moves straight down. X plus 3 and minus 3 make nothing. 27 take away 3 is 24. 3x equals 24. I'm going to divide by 3 next. If I divide by 3, I end up with an answer x equals 8. 3 points for that one. 5.6 take away 3.87. Remember, fill in any gaps you've got with zeros. 0 take away 7 I can't do, so I'm going to have to borrow. 10 take away 7 is 3. Borrow again. 15 take away 8 is 7. 4 take away 3 is 1. My answer is 1.73. Now, marking these as you go along. If you didn't get them, pause the video to write it down. X times 3x is 3x squared. X times 2 is 2x, plus 7x moves on to the end. Okay, the bits that are the same, you can see the 2x and 7x are the same thing. 3x squared has got to stay on its own. 2x and 7x makes 9x. So my answer is 3x squared plus 9x. I got 35% of 320, 10% first every single time. 10% is 32. If 10% is 32, if I times that by 3, 30% times both sides by 3 are going to be 96. If 30% is 96, I need 5% now. 5% would be half of what 10 is, so half of 32 will give me 16. Now if I add the two bottom ones up, I get 35% on the left. On the right I get 112. So 35% of 320 is 112. 45 pounds in the ratio 5 to 4. Okay, I'm going to separate this exactly as I would normally. Add the shares together first. 5 plus 4 is 9 shares. Okay, 5 plus 4 is 9 shares. I divide my amount of money by my 9 shares, which gives me £5 per share. Okay, 45 divided by 9 is 5. 5 lots of £5, one person is going to get £25. 4 lots of £5, the other person is going to get £20. Add these two, okay, there's a black line drawn over it, try and ignore it. Okay, so adding these two together, in order to do that, the denominators have to be the same. So in order for me to get that, okay, I'm going to have to make sure I times them together, which gives me 33 on the bottom of both. Once I've done that, it's still an add question. I cross multiply. 2 times 3 is 6 on the top of the left. 11 times 1 is 11 on the top of the right. 6 plus 11 is 17, all over 33. That can't be simplified, so that's your final answer. Right guys, that was out of 18, so if you want to DM me your scores afterwards, feel free to do so. Okay, it's totally up to you. Okay, well done to those that have completed it. Right guys, so metric conversions, okay, it's really important you understand these, okay, moving forward through school. Using the arrows underneath, if you're going from meters to centimeters, and you're going from, that means you're going from left to right, you'd have to times by 100. If you're going from centimeters to meters, that means you're going the other way. I mean, you have to divide by 100. Okay, use these boxes to your advantage, that's why I've made them. Okay, it won't be easy to learn it off a computer screen, but do your absolute best, okay? Pause the video now and copy that box down. Right guys, so you should have the box in your book or wherever in front of you, okay? Once you've done that, okay, I'd like you to have a go at the ones on the right after I've gone through the examples on the left. 90 centimeters into millimeters. If I look back at the top, I'm gonna have to times by 10. So 90 times by 10 gives me 900 millimeters. On the left, underneath now, 3 kilometers into meters, kilometers to meters, you're going from left to right, which means you're timesing. I'm going to have to times by 1,000. 3 kilometers, the same as 3,000 meters. Pause the video now, get those copied down on the left and have a go at the ones on the right. Right guys, so you should be done. 9 centimeters into meters. Okay, for this one, centimeters into meters, I'm going to be dividing by 100. So 9 centimeters into meters is 0.09 meters. And then 3,000 meters in kilometers, I'm going to be dividing by 1,000. So if I divide by 1,000, I chop off 3 zeros, I end up with 3 kilometers. Okay, essentially going backwards from what we just did. Pause the video and get those copied down. Right guys, so next one is mass, okay? It's the same thing essentially, using the same box. Pause the video and get that box copied into your book, okay? Once you've done that, you've got to try and use that box to help you understand metric conversions, okay? Again, if you're going from, if I zoom right in, okay, if you're going from left to right, you've got to times. So if I was going from 1 gram to milligrams, I'd have to times by 1,000. Same thing if you're going from kilograms to tons. If I go from kilograms to tons, I'd have to divide by 1,000 because you're going back the other way. Okay, so, right, let's have a go at some examples, okay? So convert the following metric lengths, 90 kilograms to grams. Okay, remember, if you got your grid copied down in your book, go back if you haven't done it already. You go from 90 kilograms to grams, I have to times by 1,000. So 90 kilograms in grams is going to be 90 times by 1,000, 30 grams on the end. 90,000 grams. If I go from tons to kilograms, okay, I'm timesing by 1,000 again. So tons to kilograms, 7 times by 1,000 gives me 7,000 kilograms. Should have given myself bigger lines. Okay, get those copied down. Pause the video, get those down. Have a go at those. Pause the video now. Have a go at some of these metric lengths. Okay, using the same grid as before. Have a go. Pause now and have a go. Right guys, if you finish that, going from grams to kilograms, okay, 900 grams is something kilograms. Go from grams to kilograms, we're going back the other way. So this time we're going to be dividing by 1,000. So I'm going to divide 900 by 1,000. 900 divided by 1,000 gives me 0.9 kilos. Copy that down. Same thing underneath, 3,200 kilograms in tons. That is another one where I'm going to have to divide by 1,000. Okay, which will give me 3.2 tons. So 0.9 kilograms at the top, 3.2 tons underneath. Last one is capacity, okay? You don't really use centiliters very much, okay? Most of the time it's just milliliters to liters, but I've put them in there just for reference, okay? Pause the video and get those copied down for me. If I'm going from liters to milliliters, okay, if you look at the grid, liters to milliliters, which is on the right hand side, right at the top, you're gonna have to times. Okay, so we'll go from liters to milliliters, I'm gonna be timesing by 1,000. 5 litres into millilitres, that would mean it's 5,000 millilitres to be times by 1,000. Underneath, centilitres into millilitres, okay, that is going to be, if you look at the grid again, if you've got it copied down, times it by 10. So 11 centilitres, it'll be 1,110 millilitres. Okay, because you're going to be times it by 10. All going from metric conversions is just times in and dividing by 10 either side. So get these copied down. Once they're down, if you're going from millilitres to litres, okay, you're going to have to divide by 1,000. Dividing by 1,000 gives me 0.1 litres. Underneath, 900 centilitres into litres. Okay, if you look at the grid up top, okay, look at the grid up top, centilitres to litres. Okay, 100 centilitres is 1 litre. So if 900 centilitres, that's going to give me 9 litres. We're going to be dividing by 100. Okay guys, make sure those are copied down. Right, what I'd like you to do, use the grids on the right hand side. Pause the video now, use the grids on the right hand side to have a go at the questions on the left. Right, should be all done with those guys. If you are all done, that's fab. Okay, can you mark whatever you've done so far? Right guys, once those are all marked up, what I'd like you to do is have a go at a bit of problem solving, okay? Just to finish this off, a little bit of problem solving, and then we're done for the day. Pause the video now and have a go. Right guys, so having a go at this is quite a straightforward question. The mum can only spend £100. Joe wants to invite as many people as he can. He's going to give them each of one of each of these things. Okay, my advice is to round the first one to 7. I'm going to add on the balloons and party bags. If you put those two together and you round, it comes to £2. So I'm going to add those two together. If you add everything together, an estimate of what it'll come to is £9 altogether. Then all you're doing is seeing how many times 9 whole pounds will go into 100. Okay, if you go up in your 9 times table, you'll find that 9 times 11 gives me £99. So an estimate of how many people come is 11 people. So the most number of people he can invite is 11. Guys, if you enjoyed this video today, please give me feedback, okay? Anything via comments or messages is absolutely